So, echoes are one of the most interesting and unique mechanics in Wuthering Waves, a new take on gear in the gacha space, allowing for some serious buffs to our teams of resonators, including some pretty cool, passive and active gameplay mechanics, along with a set of Sonata effects and echo skills. But today, I wanted to talk about shiny echoes and how they could be improved on in Wuthering Waves and made to be something that's potentially more potent and worth attaining. So, without further ado, let's get into the video, shall we? I want you guys to let me know what you think about these ideas in the comments and give your own ideas on how this cosmetic option for echoes could be potentially turned into an actual game-changing system within the game, or if you think it should be left well alone and the system is as good as it is, basically. So before we get into the actual changes and ideas for the echoes, let's start by talking about how echoes in this new system could be attained. With them now actually potentially giving improved gameplay effects, they need to be a little bit harder to get. How do we go about this? Well, holograms could be a potential avenue for collecting these new forms of echoes, and at the same time giving reasons for replaying the holograms, along with weekly reset rewards beside the shiny or phantom echoes as it's officially named itself. Other avenues could be the elusive realm, Terror of Adversity, other events for endgame modes added to the game at a later date, such as world bosses, dungeons, etc. Now that we've discussed the potential attainment options for these echoes, let's discuss the echoes themselves and how to improve them. So, for the first potential idea, what if shiny echoes had a synchronization mechanic where one or more shinies could be merged or synchronized to improve upon the base stats? For example, a maxed out shiny merged with another maxed out shiny could see the base stats of the first and second stat increase by a certain value before the initial shiny chosen. So the second shiny is basically used to feed the first. So the echo that's chosen gets a buff on the first and second main stat. This system could be then taken one step further, but this time it potentially comes with a set changing negative. Let me explain. The second synchronization is done just like the first, adding one more maxed out shiny to the already merged echoes, but this time you gain bonuses for your substats. With one issue, you lose the fifth substat entirely, so reducing the number of your overall stats, but if the last stat itself is less necessary, you are still having a potential huge improvement on the echo stats themselves. So it kind of acts like a prestige system for your echoes, where they can become more powerful and more focused, but better at less things. So this system itself could lead you to increased main stats and substats, but with one missing substat. But as a payoff, it takes 3 fully built up shiny echoes, so there is work to be done to attain this extra power. The second idea for improving echoes is slightly less nuanced, but still capable of improving your echoes and your roster nonetheless. This time the option to change the second main stat could be a choice, so shinies become a customized echo in terms of second main stats. For example, 4 cost echoes could have attack potentially swapped out for energy regen, HP, crit, damage, etc. And the same for lower cost echoes also. So in effect giving the shinies a massive advantage over normal echoes. This could even be restricted to the 4-star shinies for balance, but this would give less reason for collecting lower cost shinies beyond cosmetics and still keep the RNG in the game intact. And the need to farm base echoes more prevalent as a whole. This system itself wouldn't boost the power of the echoes themselves, such as the last idea, but give more control of the stats you wish to get for the sake of your team. This could reduce the amount of materials needed, at least for 4-star echoes, and give people that much needed specific stat they've been hunting for in a less RNG manner, but still keep the need for traditional echoes and the need for materials in general, thus adding a really interesting boost to your echoes without fundamentally changing game systems such as materials and material farming modes. Now, another idea I was thinking about was shinies potentially dropping boosted stat rates upon collection, such as main stats being increased over normal echoes, or potentially substats being increased in the same manner, so they in effect work the same as normal echoes when built up, but just give better numbers in general. Or on rarer occasions, this could include both the main stats and the substats for added RNG, or rather than giving better overall numbers, they could have an extra substat, so instead of 5 they have 6. This could come with the cost of having to level the echo to level 30, or potentially dropping with the first of the 6 stats included, so it costs the same materials but just includes 1 extra substat over normal echoes. This in itself would make them much more desirable over normal echoes, once again adding a little bit more desirability to the shiny echoes themselves. Now for the final idea for the video and adding that bit of extra relevancy to shiny echoes. It'll be a little bit more simple, but once again still very potent. This time, It could be as simple as improving the skill effect of said echo or the Sonata effect itself. For example, let's take the Celestial Light Sonata effect. You receive the spectral damage buff for 2 corresponding echoes in the set. If you have 2 shinies, this effect is buffed once again, and the same for the 5 set bonus, the buff to spectral damage upon using an intro skill. This could introduce a whole new farming system for endgame players and give new reason to farm for echoes in general, and bring back a reason for late game players to go echo hunting again for that extra bonus from the Sonata effect, and adding more reason to grind the game in general, even more so for the min-maxers out there. Okay, so to round things up, these potential changes could have some serious impact on the echoes themselves in varying degrees, also with varying implications on echo farming, sets and stats themselves, and potentially affecting the game's meta, while in the same manner not affecting the game's systems too much in my opinion, especially in regards to material farming. I think any one of these changes could really improve late game for more advanced players and really bring back the desire to go farming for echoes once more, adding extra nuance to an already unique system within the genre, giving reason to replay certain modes or events within Wuthering Waves, or requiring interesting new modes or endgame to facilitate the gathering of these new echoes. I'd love to hear your opinions on these ideas, whether you think they're trash or have some potential promise. I would also love to see what you guys would like to see changed about shinies or echoes in general to improve an already great system, because at the end of the day, we all want better games, and I do believe the echo system, specifically the shinies, has some real potential for extra additional mechanics that could improve the experience in the game as a whole. Also, you never know, Kuro could see this and take one of your ideas into account, and it could be implemented into the game in future. Thanks for watching, and if you did enjoy the video, drop a like on it, it's much appreciated, and let me know if you'd like to see more of this type of content along with my usual videos. And remember, if you're new, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Ta-ra.